Hi, everybody, and welcome to Social and Economic Justice 1. My name is Megan McCoy, and I am incredibly excited to be here with you teaching this course this semester. Social and Economic Justice 1 is the first of two courses in the Social and Economic Justice sequence. And what we're going to be doing over the next 7 weeks is examining and analyzing the historical, philosophical, and value base of social welfare and social welfare policy, and then talking about how social work fits in with that. Through this course, you're going to begin to understand and define the concepts of social and economic justice, examine the application and manifestation of these concepts in society today, as well as understand related concepts of power, class, oppression, poverty in both American history and also globally. And hopefully at the end of these 7 weeks, you will have developed skills necessary to be able to begin to analyze, influence, and ultimately change policy. So this quote is something that for me really summarizes why this class is important, particularly to us as social workers and in the social work profession. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. And that quote, some of you may recognize it, it's a photograph that I took at the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial in Washington, D.C. And for me, this sort of idea of a network of mutuality and whatever affecting one directly affecting all indirectly is really at the core of why, as social workers, we need to have the ability to understand and analyze policy, regardless of what our role is within the social work profession. I think a lot of times, as social workers, we tend to kind of lock ourselves into these somewhat rigid definitions of who we are in terms of our professional identity. So we'll hear a lot of people say, I'm a clinical social worker, I'm not a policy person, or I'm a policy person, I'm not a clinician. For me, those two things have never been mutually exclusive. I think as clinicians or direct practice social workers, the better able we are to understand how policy is created and how it works and how it informs our practice and the realities that our clients are experiencing makes us better clinicians and direct practice workers. Similarly, I think if you are a policy person, having an understanding of the clinical side of things or the direct practice side of things and the realities that individuals are experiencing make you a better policy advocate. I think we probably all agree that, more often than not, what we see in reality out there in the field, whether it's child welfare, aging services, mental health, the healthcare system, are these disconnects between policy and the realities that our clients are experiencing every day. So as social workers, regardless of clinical or policy people, we are uniquely positioned, I think, more so than other professions, to be able to bridge some of these gaps between our clients' realities and policy. And I think these intersections of clinical and direct practice and policy are really exciting spaces that change can occur in. And for me, that's why I'm a social worker. So I hope that as we work through the semester, you will begin, especially if your goal is to be a clinician, to gain an understanding of how social policy and an understanding of it can make you a better clinician and better inform your practice and your work directly with clients. So this slide, the grand scheme of things, a lot of times when we first start talking about social policy and social welfare history and how it's created, particularly if it's been some time since we've had a history class or a social studies class, can feel a little bit like this giant flowchart. The grand scheme of things can be a bit overwhelming. You may feel like you are here trying to make sense of all of this. The reason why it's important for us to have a framework to begin to make sense of all this, or at least some basic tools to help us do that, is because often our clients are also right here with us or out here. So to the extent that we have an understanding and some practical tools and frameworks and ways to begin making sense of policy, the better able we can help our clients to navigate through the policies that are impacting their daily lives.